Now the intervention resulted in a 60% lower risk of the primary outcome. So that was the composite of severe postpartum hemorrhage, same, laparotomy or maternal death from BPH. And after vaginal birth across secondary level hospital, it was conducted in Kenya, Nigeria, South Africa and Tanzania. So this is that E-MOTU, okay. Now if we look at the E, it is the early detection and trigger criteria. And why did WHO thought of having this trial is that the detection was getting delayed. As the detection was delayed, the first response treatment which was started was delayed. So what is important is the blood loss assessment. So when we plan to start this E-MOTU trial, we will have to teach our staff, including the nurses and everybody, that how to do the blood loss assessment, and for that we will need a calibrated drape for blood loss collection and a trigger line of 300 ml and 500 ml for the first hour after birth. That means that a drape should be calibrated. If it is a 2 centimeter, for example, collection, it is 300 ml. If it becomes 5, it is 500 ml, like that. The first hour postpartum and documented on the blood loss monitoring chart. I think we can also look at the shock index, okay, the pulse and blood pressure, because the shock index will again tell us about the loss of blood volume. So the trigger criteria was clinical judgment, blood loss 500 ml or more, blood loss 300 ml or more, plus one abnormal observation. One abnormal observation is either low blood pressure or a tachycardia or a rising shock index. M comes to the massage. Massage until the uterus has contracted for 1 minute if you find it atonic. Okay. Now we don't say that go on continuously massaging, but till it contracts. Oxytocin, 10 units IV oxytocin injection or diluted in 200 to 500 ml of crystallide over 10 minutes, plus a maintenance dose of 20 international units IV oxytocin diluted in 1000 ml saline over 4 hours. Okay, that is, you have to continue oxytocin, and you can also give otherwise misoprostol, that is 800 microgram per rectal or sublingual. Tranexamic acid 1 gram IV injection diluted in 200 ml of crystallide over 10 minutes. Then IV fluids in addition to the infusion should be given if clinically indicated for resuscitation, and will require second IV, because suppose if you have a IV oxytocin drip going on, you have to correct the hypovolemia, so you have to give it fast. In fact, you should have a 16 gauge cannula. Examination and escalation is ensure bladder is empty, evacuate clots, check for tears, because you have to rule out which T is responsible with an internal examination, and placenta for its completeness. Then escalate if bleeding does not stop after first response, or you are unable to identify or manage the cause of bleeding. So the implementation strategies in this study were like audit newsletters, like sharing with all staff monthly detection and bundle use rates along with PPH, how many had severe PPH, blood transfusions, laparotomy or death, and given feedback at monthly departmental meeting. Champions, you have to train midwives and doctors to oversee the change, troubleshoot, give feedback on audit newsletter, connect with other champions through charts, meeting and websites for sharing knowledge and lessons learned. Trolley and or carry case, include all medications and devices required, like a balloon tamponade also, of 90 minutes to a whole day, facilitated by the use of provider guides, is also given as a treatment every 2 to 4 hours, and misoprostol. So tranexamic acid, E-MOTU trial, IV oxytocin, again infused and given with the oxytocin. Along with that, if the patient has lost blood, you will have to give her IV fluids. Okay, then this is, uterotonics, side effects, also you have to see what are the contraindications. These will be the contraindications for oxytocin, adverse effects of misoprostol. So in this trial, if we are really teaching people, we will have to tell them all these things. I think this August gathering knows about that. Hemostatic, again, we will have to see whether patient is going in for DIC. So we will have to assess the coagulation factors, and accordingly we will have to treat. Tranexamic acid is given as early as possible. We know about its action inhibits fibrinolysis by reducing the binding of plasminogen. Yeah, 2 more minutes. Okay, that is tranexamic. So it is recommended by women trial, already by WHO and FIGO. This is the evidence of women trial. Evidence, again FIGO has recommended, again WHO. So this is about that. And this is about tranexamic acid. Okay? So you have to give oxytocic and tranexamic acid in IV fluid and estimate the blood loss. And if you find that your patient is still not getting relief, then you will have to go for escalation. That is, could be this is again about tranexamic only, okay, in PPS summary, and then escalation. So urgent IV puncture, give IV fluids, you have to use a 18 gauge cannula, 16 gauge. How much to give? Usually 1:3. Give a isotonic saline. I think my time is up, so I'll have to stop here. Okay, so oxytocin fluid and tranexamic as a part of first response bundle is the message given through this emotive trial, and there is so much spoken about this. Okay, so I will stop here, as all these things we already know that we have to be ready with all these things, and if there is a refractory PPH, then you may have to add on uterine balloon tamponade, that should be also there, and an SG, and if still no response, then you go for surgical. So the main message is that low middle income countries, and this is now FOXI LD leadership initiative also, and we all are part of it, and we are trying to teach more and more people about the emotive trial in government as well as in private setup, to see that people learn to diagnose PPH early and the primary outcome will be definitely better. Thank you.
Wonderful talk, ma'am. Just in this refractory PPH, you should add SR cannula also, ma'am.
No, all that is there. Now there is no need. I am not talking about refractory. Mine was only emotive. So I have
in
stopped.
your slide.
Yeah, it is there.
Thank
SR cannula is there.
Thank
In fact, to be very frank, as I am a part of a WHO roadmap, in fact, they have asked my opinions, and I have also mentioned about this to WHO also. Okay?
SR cannula
because
is very life-saving.
I had to give my comment about tamponade in PPH.
Yes.
So I have mentioned about that. I have shared whatever few studies. Now, if all of us are using, the problem is we don't have studies. Even Dr. Samath Ram do not have a study. So
It's
we have to
useful.
register with ICMR. See, if we have to send something to WHO, we should have a clinical registry. We should have registered it with ICMR. So if any medical college wants to do, let them register. Then, authentically we can tell WHO. We have, but anecdotal it is, and people have not documented. It is very effective, because I am also involved with the meetings which are with JADA system. The JADA is the another suction apparatus which is started by USA, but it's very expensive. So I have mentioned about it, and I think all of us who are using the SR cannula, we should take a call on this. Thank you.